Hello friends! Welcome back to our channel. This is Yuta Chibana, aka Harukasama. Hello, hello, hello! If you're new here, I am a cosplayer based in Japan. I mostly make cosplay related content, but I also make videos about my cat, my baby, life in Japan, and anything else I find interesting because this is my channel and not yours. Trixie Katya, I love you so much! Please don't sue me! With conventions coming back in full swing, I thought that this would be a good topic to discuss. So, I've been going to conventions since 2002, back when conventions for gaming, cosplay, and anime are few and far between. Back when one mega trade hall in SM Mega Mall was enough for everybody. Yeah, what a long time ago. So, anyway, I've been to conventions in the Philippines, in Singapore, in Indonesia, and in Japan. Nothing outside of Asia yet. And I'm not claiming to be an expert, but for today's video, we will be discussing general things that you can expect to find in a convention. Whether it is to get tickets, to get into the convention hall, to the bathrooms, to the changing rooms, to a meet and greet, or to a panel, whatever it is, always expect long lines and a lot of queuing. So make sure to pack a lot of patience and to take your human pills because believe me, you will be spending most of your time standing in line. It is always a good idea to regularly check the event website or event web page so that you can see the announcement or any changes in schedule. So always be on the lookout for things like that so that you can plan ahead and you can maximize your time at the convention. There's usually perks and discounts for people who get their tickets ahead of time, like early bird discounts, and there are usually separate lines for people who already have their tickets, and those lines usually move faster than those who have to buy tickets on site. You will usually find information about this at the website or the event page. But most of the time, unless stated otherwise, expect that there will be no changing rooms or baggage area or lockers at all. Hopefully, this changes in the future, but in the Philippines, most of the conventions that we have, they're usually in or near malls where you have to share the space with patrons and customers of that mall. So, most of the time, security is very strict about cosplayers dilly-dallying or using the mall area. So, if you're going to be changing in the public bathrooms or toilets, please be mindful of the customers. Change quickly and make sure that you don't leave anything behind because sayang naman yung gamit nyo kung mawawala ang hassle pa. If you can, I think it's best if you do your makeup and wear your costume at home and just travel to the convention in your full cosplay regalia. But if that's not possible, wear most of the costume or the base or the main parts at least and do most of your makeup at home so that you don't have to rush and you can just touch up and put the coats or the accessories when you get to the convention. So this is why it's very important that you invest in a very good makeup primer and makeup sealer. Okay? A bit of story time. Back when we were starting, usually the conventions in the Philippines are in Mega Mall or in World Trade Center. And our house is very, very far away. It's usually a 2 to 3 hour bus ride to the event place. So what me and my sister and my friends would do, we would wear most of the costume, the base of the costume, and put some easy to wear and take off dress, like a button-down dress, and do our makeup at home. And then when we get to the event, we just find a secluded corner, and then we have like a travel size mirror. We put on the wig somewhere in the corner. and put on most of the accessories and the rest of the costume in that little spot that we find. And then eventually, when we started to get more into cosplay and we were able to save some more budget or money to go to conventions, what we would do is we would find a nice cafe or restaurant somewhere in the area, and then we would change there. So before you start dumping your stuff and changing there, ask the management if they say okay. It's very important that you order a lot, be nice to the staff, and be mindful of the other customers. Don't make a mess, and make sure that before you leave the place clean and that you don't forget anything. In the Philippines, it's perfectly acceptable to go to the event in full cosplay. Like, may wig na, with costume, with props, everything. You can go straight to the event in your full cosplay. But in Japan, that is highly frowned upon. It is not allowed to go to event to go to the event in cosplay. You have to change there. So you have to avail of the cosplayer changing rooms. It's usually like 600 yen from what I remember, but I'm not so sure anymore. Now let's talk about the whole luggage situation. So there is usually not a baggage area. There is no place to safely leave your stuff behind. So most of the time, you have to lug around your stuff with you. So for this reason, I highly advise that you have a trolley bag, yung mga degulong na hatak-hatak lang. So it's easier. You just have to pull it around with you. It's not heavy because you're just pulling it. And then you have a smaller bag to take with you that has all the essentials or the important stuff that you will need for the day. So I made a vlog about the cosplay bag that I usually carry when I go to conventions. It will be somewhere here or a link will be in the description box down below. Check that out. Lucky if you have someone like a friend, a boyfriend or girlfriend, a family member with you that you can entrust your stuff to while you roam around the event. So if you do have someone like that, please be appreciative of their efforts. It's tiring to hold someone's bag all day. Say thank you, or better yet, treat them to some food or pamasahe or something. Some cosplayers like to book hotels nearby the event with their friends. Now this is really fun because you get to spend more time with your friends, have some quality bonding time, and you don't have to get up as early to prepare for the event. But the downside is you also have to shell out a little bit more money because hotel rooms are expensive, guys. Expect that there will be crowds, lots and lots of people. Of course, di ba? Ang daming nakapila, so malamang marami ding taong nasa event. How do you say that in English? So when there are a lot of people in line, of course, it only makes sense that there will also be a lot of people in the convention. Expect that there are a lot more people in the events because I guess with the panini and this whole world situation, a lot of people got stuck at home. They have no choice but to stay inside. So they have a lot of time to rediscover their hobbies and get into new ones. So people are excited to go to conventions more because they want to explore their newfound hobbies and meet new people. Everyone is just so excited to be able to go out and mingle with others. You will never know what kind of people will be there. So it's always best to stay alert and keep your stuff with you. And remember that cosplay is not consent. If you feel something is off, you can always say no, you can walk away, and you can report it to the marshal or the staff there. If something does happen, please speak up. because we have to be proactive members of the society. So if you are a con goer, be respectful of cosplayers. Always ask for photos. Don't take unflattering photos. Always ask the cosplayer first. Don't take photos when they're sitting down, when they're resting on where they're eating. No one wants to have photos like that. So, if you do ask and you get rejected, don't take it personally. Just move on and enjoy your day. So, conventions are public events with lots of people. In order for everyone to have fun, we have to be mindful of our manners. We also have to be respectful of each other and also respectful to the venue. You don't litter, you don't steal. If you see something on the ground or you see a lost item, you report it or give it to the marshal so that whoever lost it can find it. Also remember that even though it's eased up a bit, we are still in a pandemic. So keep yourself safe, keep your stuff safe, wear your mask, sanitize regularly, and don't let your guard down. We should always be mindful of our safety and the safety of others. If you can, don't go to an event alone. Always have someone with you. If you're a minor, please go to the event with someone you trust, someone older preferably, someone from your family, or someone you know. Lots of people like to go early. Lately, I've been seeing people going and lining up for conventions as early as 6 a.m. even though the event starts at 11 a.m. I like going to events at around 1 p.m. or around lunchtime because people like to eat. So during this time, people would usually go out and eat. So the crowds lessen at around this time. So that's the best time to go to events. Unless you have something that you really want or you want to be the first in line for, then you go early. But if not, just go after lunch. Prepare yourself as crowds of people usually make going from point A to point B really difficult, especially if you're in cosplay. You will also be encountering not only different types of people, but different types of smells. Event or you're going out into the world, please don't be dugyot. Proper hygiene, take a bath before you go out and use deodorant. Expect to be on your feet all day. So most conventions and events, they don't usually have dedicated sitting areas. Most of the time, it's just gonna be a big open space or a hall that it's not being used. So there won't be chairs, there won't be benches. So expect to be standing all day. If you're a cosplayer, plan your costume accordingly. And if you're a con goer, dress comfortably and wear shoes that won't hurt your feet. So if you do find somewhere to rest, it's just gonna be something like a freedom hall where you will be sitting on the floor. Merch and marked up prices. So conventions, they will usually have artists and different things on display. There's gonna be merch, and lots of it. There's gonna be a lot of temptation, lots of things to see. Mabubusog talaga yung mata mo. You can look at cosplayers, artists, artworks. So many things! It's overwhelming! If you're weak to temptation, I mean, lason. If you're weak to lason, just bring enough money so that you don't spend too much. Conventions are a great way to support artists. So if you have an artist that you like, a cosplayer that you like, please support them by buying their merch or giving them words of encouragement. So even if you buy just the cheapest thing that they're selling, I think they would be really appreciative if you support their booth, their table, or if you just buy something from them. Also, don't be stingy. If you're going to a convention, please buy a ticket and go inside. Support the event by buying tickets so that they can make more events in the future and you can have more events to go to and you can have more fun. expect everything to be pricier than usual. That's just how it is. So, especially food from the concession stands, because you're paying for convenience. Yeah, you can go outside and go to a restaurant or a cafe or a convenience store and buy water or something. But if you're in costume and you've been standing all day and you're tired, do you really want to go out and walk a few more meters? No, I don't think so. Be prepared for your wallet to suffer, so budget accordingly. Remember to set aside money for food, for tickets, and for buying some little things like souvenirs. And remember to have enough money for your fare or pamasahe going home. You never know what could happen. It might rain on your way home, so check the weather forecast before going. But some things really happen unexpectedly. You might get stuck due to some reason or another. So have an extra emergency money on you as well. Expect to be tired. So it's gonna be a long day. You might not feel it at first, but you will definitely be knocked out, really exhausted, patang-pata, tired. Even if you're a con goer, I advise that you bring a change of clothes because you're gonna be hot and sweaty. And if you're a cosplayer, I think you will want to have a nice set of comfortable shoes and clothes to change into after a long day. So expect that your wallet will be lighter and you will be tired, but also it's gonna be a great and memorable experience, hopefully. Unless you have a car or something, please don't go home in costume. And don't stay out too late. Go home early if you can. You will be tired. You will be sweaty. You will be hungry and thirsty. Your body will ache. Your nose will be offended by different smells. You will see a lot of things. Your wallet might suffer. But hopefully, it will be a memorable experience and you will have a good time. So, please keep safe and enjoy your next convention. Hopefully, this video helps you to have a good time and it helps you prepare and plan your next convention accordingly. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any more questions or things that you want me to discuss, please feel free to comment down below, or if you're too shy, my socials will be listed down in the description box below. I am Jaroukasama, Jaroukasama, everywhere. Twitter, Facebook, Discord, Jaroukasama. So add me up, and thank you so much for watching. See you in our next video, and goodbye! Thank you!